Breaking the cycle, redefining fatherhood for the modern dad. Fatherhood is the most challenging job you'll ever have, but also the most rewarding. For generations, men have been taught to see fatherhood through a narrow lens, focused on earning, protecting, and providing. It's time to break the cycle and redefine the role of the modern dad, to create deeper, more meaningful bonds with your children and build a legacy that truly matters. Let's explore how you can transform fatherhood into a journey filled with authenticity, connection, and growth. Think back to the past. For many of us, fatherhood was modeled as being the stoic provider or the distant authority figure. These inherited beliefs may have shaped how you define success as a dad. You might feel the pressure to be the strong one, always in control, or measure yourself by how much you earn. But here's what we need to ask ourselves. Are these definitions really helping us connect with our children? Carrying outdated expectations can create walls instead of bridges. They can limit your ability to express love freely or show your children who you really are. Breaking the cycle starts with identifying these beliefs and asking, is this belief serving me and my family? The first step to redefining fatherhood is awareness. Take a pause and reflect. Are there patterns from your upbringing that you've carried into your own role as a father? For instance, do you hold back your emotions because it's what you saw your father do, even when your heart says otherwise? Awareness isn't about blame, it's about understanding. By shining a light on these unconscious habits, you empower yourself to make intentional choices in how you show up as a dad. Here's a simple exercise. Write down the beliefs about fatherhood that you grew up with. Then next to each one, ask yourself, does this belief help me connect with my kids? This small step can reveal a lot about where you've been and where you want to go. Once you've identified the beliefs holding you back, it's time to challenge them. For example, if you've always believed that being a good dad means never showing vulnerability, try replacing that with, vulnerability helps my children feel safe to express their feelings. Empowering beliefs allow you to show up in a new way, present, loving, and intentional. They also teach your children the values of openness and emotional intelligence, lessons that will stay with them for a lifetime. Let's break a myth. Vulnerability doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. As a father, being vulnerable means showing your children that it's okay to have fears, make mistakes, and ask for help. When you model vulnerability, your children learn that they don't have to be perfect, that they can bring their true selves into your relationship. Imagine the security and trust they'll feel knowing that their dad is willing to share his heart with them. So, the next time you make a mistake, don't hide it, own it. Tell your children, I made a mistake, but I'm working to do better. They'll respect you more than you know. Connection starts with communication, but meaningful communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening. Active listening, without judgment or interruption, creates a space where your children feel valued and heard. Start by asking open-ended questions like, how was your day? Or what made you happy today? Then give them your undivided attention. Put the phone away, look them in the eyes, and show them that their words matter. When you create a habit of open communication, you're building trust that lasts a lifetime. One of the greatest challenges fathers face today is balancing work and family. But here's the truth. It's not necessarily about how much time you spend with your children, but how you spend it. You can make a lasting impact in just 10-15 minutes of focused, intentional connection each day. Whether it's playing a game, reading a story, or simply talking before bed, those small moments add up. When you're with your children, be fully present. Turn off distractions, step into their world, and make them feel like they are the most important thing in yours, because they are. Discipline is an essential part of parenting, but it doesn't have to be harsh or punitive. Instead, think of it as an opportunity to teach and guide. When your child makes a mistake, instead of reacting with anger, take a moment to respond with empathy. Ask them what they were feeling or thinking in that moment and help them understand the consequences of their actions. This approach fosters mutual respect and encourages your child to make better choices, not out of fear, but out of understanding. One of the most meaningful lessons you can teach your children is how to recognize, understand, and manage their emotions. Emotional intelligence is a skill that will benefit them in every part of their lives. You can start by naming emotions for them when they're young. For example, I see you're feeling frustrated. Do you want to talk about it? This helps them learn to identify and process their emotions instead of suppressing them. As they grow, model emotional intelligence by expressing your own feelings in healthy ways. Own your anger, sadness, or frustration, and show them how you handle it constructively. Even as fathers, we're not perfect. We'll make mistakes. Maybe we'll lose our temper or say something we regret. But there's power in owning those mistakes. Apologizing to your children shows them that it's okay to be wrong. It teaches humility, accountability, and the value of making things right. The next time you feel you've made a mistake with your child, don't be afraid to say, "I'm sorry, I was wrong, and I'm going to do better." This simple act can strengthen your relationship immeasurably. Fatherhood isn't just about the here and now, it's also about the legacy you're building, the beliefs, values, and memories you'll leave behind for your children. Your children won't remember how much money you made or how hard you worked. They'll remember the moments you laughed together, the times you listened, and the ways you showed them love. By breaking the cycle of inherited beliefs, you're not only changing your relationship with your children, you're transforming the future of fatherhood for generations to come. Fatherhood is a journey, one that evolves with time. Breaking the cycle of outdated definitions isn't easy, but it's worthwhile. It starts with awareness, grows through vulnerability, and thrives on connection. So here's the challenge. Take the first step today. Reflect on your beliefs, choose new ones that empower you, and start building the legacy of love and connection that your children truly deserve. The future of fatherhood is in your hands. Let's redefine it together. Let's have a conversation. Schedule here. paperbell.me/Daniel-Anderson-2. I am Coach Daniel Anderson, and I am the Gen X alchemist turning the lessons of yesterday into the gold of today.